morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wednesday's Market SITREP here at Top Gun Options. And my God, it's like a train wreck, folks. I can't take my eyes away from this Mueller hearing. What an absolute disgrace. I was going to say I actually feel bad for Democrats or Bob Mueller. I don't. Bob Mueller, and it's funny how liberals and Democrats kind of love the military randomly when it suits them. Like people on Twitter, like, how dare they talk to a former Marine like this? Shut up. First of all, Marines are used to getting yelled at. And second of all, just because you wore a uniform doesn't mean you're not an idiot or a partisan. I served with several idiots or partisans, and I wondered how they got in the Marine Corps. Not saying that's Bob Mueller, but I just love how Democrats are running now since this guy is completely showing an absolute abortion to this country that, oh, he's a war hero. Please leave him alone. Enough, folks. Stop using the military, stop using people in uniform when it suits you, and then being disrespectful to them when it's not. The way this guy has performed today shows that he was nothing but a figurehead. He was not involved in this investigation day to day or anything. It was 19 angry Democrats, and he tried to overrule 500 years of jurisprudence by saying, well, just because we couldn't find that the guy, it wasn't guilty doesn't mean he's innocent. Wrong. You're a disgrace, Bob Mueller. I don't care if you were a Marine. I served in three Marine squadrons, ladies and gentlemen. My son wants to be a Marine. Stop using the dude that he wore a uniform. He absolutely is a disgrace to this whole process here in America. But thank God that this happened today, because the Democrats just dug themselves a deeper hole. What an absolute shit show. And I'm glad it happened because, democracy dies in the darkness. I love the fact that, one of these guys lied 3 times to the FBI. But General Flynn, 3-star lieutenant general, boom, thrown in jail, locked up, prosecute. All these people on the right side of the aisle that you lied to the FBI or committed perjury, man, they storm your house at dawn. Other folks in this thing that lied several times to the FBI, not a thing. It's a disgrace. I've had it, folks. This is I'm on fire that this is going on, I'm going to leave it at that. All right. Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? Iran tanker attacks Britain, U.S., and allies to discuss plans to protect ships in the Gulf. I fell in love last night with Secretary of State Pompeo. Mike Pompeo said this to the Brits because the Brits want to do what? They want to get like some European force together to like maybe do something or whatever. And you know what Pompeo said? Good luck getting your tanker back. We're not going to do anything to help you. Why? Because the Brits aren't doing anything to help this region. Why? Because Europe and the Brits and all these guys get most of their oil from Iran. And of course, they want to kiss Iran's ass. And he nailed it the other day. Benjamin Netanyahu nailed it last week when he said, you know what? The way Europe's acting towards Iran reminds me of 38. The late 30s, appeasement of Adolf Hitler. This is bad, folks, and I think Mike Pompeo was right to tell the Brits, hey, good luck getting your own. They didn't even want to have – they had like one corvette or frigate, or maybe it was a destroyer in the Gulf. Then, all the tanker attacks happened. They sent another one. 2 ships in the Gulf from Britain, and then they were sending a third, and then this one got seized. What an absolute – shit show for the Royal Navy. Everybody remember what the motto of the Royal Navy used to be? The sun never sets on the Royal Navy. Why? Because they had an empire, literally, that spanned the globe. Now they can't even protect one of their boats from getting seized by a bunch of idiots. Yesterday, rip your face off mid-afternoon rally. Why? Algorithms. What happened yesterday afternoon? Face-to-face talks between China and the U.S. next week. We're going to get back on track. And then what happened about an hour and a half after this Rip Your Face Off rally? Larry Kudlow said, it's nothing but, ceremonial or just to make things look good. He actually admitted that this meeting is for visuals. So we have an FXI trade. Let's take a look at FXI. So panic buying with the algos, which is comical. So let me take a look at FXI. A little bit of a pop yesterday, just 11 cents today, a little bit of a follow through. But folks, this is a sell on the news. What are we going to re-announce today or tomorrow or Friday that we're meeting on Monday and it's a figurehead thing? No. The president and all his advisors lately have been saying things ain't going well. We got this huge national security issue in Huawei, and them not buying are doing what they said they do and agreeing to. So I'm a seller of this thing, man. In the old days, this market used to rally on those type of headlines with relatively good news, or sell off with bad news. But now this is just we're double topping here, and I'd be a seller of this. Caterpillar drops after company cuts guidance, citing tariffs and lower demand in China. This is a little bit of a canary in the coal mine here with just the overall global economy. I briefed the other day that the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, is doing what? Downgraded global growth GDP. So things are maybe starting to get a little slow here. Here we go. After the close, man, this was massive. I was actually at the gym. My phone almost blew up with what's going on, or maybe almost blew up because they're hacked into my phone. Justice Department, the day before Mueller testifies, does what? Opened a broad new antitrust review of big tech. Folks, this is Facebook, Google, Amazon, Apple. What happened with Facebook yesterday? They agreed to settle this massive FTC fine. And as part of this settlement, what does Mark Zuckerberg have to do personally? He has to personally swear and testify that he is in compliance ongoing with all the privacy stuff like that they just got fined for not being in compliance with. This is a game changer. Why? Because Barr knows that the true collusion, the true interference in our elections is with these jerks. Google is working for the People's Liberation Army. Apple kisses China's ass and uses 10-year-old kids and pays them a nickel a day to charge you $1,000 for your good-looking iPhone. All right, yeah. Facebook completely ripping apart your privacy and selling it. Amazon, I'm going to stay quiet about because I don't think they're doing all this other evil stuff. And if they are, they're doing it in the background. Project Veritas, a Google insider came out. Are we going to just let the biggest tech companies decide who wins every election from now on? This dude went public, senior Google engineer that says, yeah, they are throwing, it's a bunch of liberals. They skew search results. They do it. When the Epstein thing broke, Bill Clinton flew on the Lolita Express to Epstein's Rape Island 27 times. Right? He ditched his Secret Service detail numerous times. Trump has his own airplane, ran the Miss America pageant, and was married to hot chicks. Do you think he needs Epstein? But anyway, the day that the Epstein thing broke, the only name I've ever heard with Epstein is Bill Clinton. I tried to Google on that day. I Googled Bill Clinton Epstein. And every search result on the Google top level page was about Trump and Epstein, and about how in 90 he said something nice about Epstein. Awful. These tech companies suck. They're anti-American. They stifle free speech. How about Mnuchin today? I could not disagree more with what Mnuchin said about Amazon. Amazon has destroyed the retail industry, so the U.S. should look into its practices. Are you kidding me? This dude, I'm going to destroy this guy. I have a brief at 12:30 today over at the Investors Expo. We're going to talk about this because this is awful. This is ridiculous, and Mnuchin is completely wrong. It innovated the retail industry, man. It hasn't destroyed it. Last time I went to the Boca Mall here and hung out with God's chosen few, doesn't look like retail was destroyed to me. So whatever. So stocks obviously pulling back a little bit. Yesterday, I told everybody in my primary live trade brief, I said, folks, it is time to get long volatility. Something is going to happen. The hair on the back of my neck starting to stick up. Get ready, folks. This is the calm before the storm. You should absolutely get long vol. This market should not be up today on this news of the Justice Department, Caterpillar, and the trade news. It's absolutely so heading down, and volatility's going up. Let's get rid of that. So I'll tell you what, I want to get going because I want to watch the rest of this hearing, and we have accelerated retirement at 11 o'clock. Okay, so I moved that because I have to do this 12:30 brief over at the Investors Expo. So I'll see many of you for accelerated retirement at 11 a.m. And then I got 2 or 3 coaching, one-on-one coaching folks this afternoon. So I'll see you guys then. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless. I'll see you tomorrow for Thursday's Market SITREP.